Alrighty, folks, we are back with more Dark Tide. So yes, who are you? What are you? And to celebrate National Poultry Day, what's your favourite feathered friend? Starting with Tom.
Oh, God. Hi, I'm Tom. Currently playing Anna Schwartz, who is a crossbow wielding human of the Grey Warden persuasion. Fairly sensible. No, compared to everyone else, very sensible. And my favorite type of bird is, I'm gonna say red kites, just because there's like a bunch of them out the back of our house every so often. The crows tend to sort of harass them a bit, like, this is our turf, push off. But red kites are pretty big, so they don't actually ever manage to chase them away. Just sort of, nip at their claws a bit, sort of thing. Penance.
Next we have Eden.
Hello, I'm Eden. My character is Wraith. He's a Tevinter mage, mortician, or sometimes lawyer, perpetual fretter. I think most of the time he's panicking when chaos is going on around us. And my favourite bird, minor bird, or anything that can mimic, I think. I find that fascinating, just the fact that they choose to make certain noises, especially when they choose something annoying or swearing. It's always fun.
Alright, and we have Rowan.
Hello, I am Rowan, and I'm playing Juniper, a small cat creature thing whose real-life counterpart is... There you are! You're in the doorway. Hi. Bites a lot, steals even more. A very dangerous dagger is in her possession. It probably shouldn't be. And favourite bird? Crows. Crows are really cool. Crows need more love. Who doesn't like a crow?
That would have been my second choice.
They're very smart.
They're very fucking smart. I have spent a long time trying to gain the trust of the ones in Portsmouth. I'm getting there.
Nice.
I want a crow army.
Oh, are you gonna make like a crow army and then make a bunch of crows that hate you and have them fight?
No,
God.
no, I just want crow friends.
That's fair.
I'm already at the point where they come up to me, for food, but, that's about it.
Maybe they can bring you things.
You can steal you things, you can teach them to steal shinies like that. Person
Yeah.
in use.
I already have something that steals things.
Yeah, I remember like.
Unfortunately, you steal my things.
Yeah. I remember a story where like a guy trained a crow to pick up like $5-10 notes. It just like it would just look around and you don't know where he finds them, but he brings them back.
Yep.
Yeah. That's kind of what I want to do, because I need an equal and opposite to Julie's habit of stealing the money out of my wallet. Because she'd do that. She actually do that.
She do that.
I mean,
She needs the money for cat things.
Clearly. Are you trying to buy a dagger? Wouldn't actually surprise me if she was.
Just point to the one in her neck, like this one. This bigger. Bigger.
I wasn't talking to you, I was imitating you.
And then finally, at the top corner over there, we have Mr. Helking.
Hello, I'm Heliking. I play Fargus, and it's a toss-up right now, because like my favorite bard changes every now and then when I remember them. But for now, it's between the I Am Samani, which, if you don't know about the world of chicken breeding, they go nuts with them. This is a chicken that has black everything.
Yeah.
Like, everything is black about it. You open it up, it has black organs, it has black meat, it has a black heart. Literally. Like, every single part of it is the pigment black, straight up.
damn.
Which is fun.
That's cool.
And the other one is the kakapo. It's basically, dodos, how they evolved from pigeons to have flightlessness on a remote island. This is a
Parrot.
land parrot. This is a land parrot. It's lost
Yeah.
all functionality for flight and just climbs around the canopy of a rainforest somewhere. I can't remember where. Just look at this dopey thing. It's got like mossy green feathers in order to blend in with the environment because he can fly away from predators.
They
So-
are cool as fuck.
Yeah, they really are cool. I'll be honest. And that's like there's a bunch of other bards that have weird things like that. And I could say the secretary bard or what was the
The
one?
Hoatzin,
The spoonbill. The spoonbill is amazing.
and the shoebills.
The shoebills. Yeah, that's it. But yeah, those are quite a few.
Sorry, I seem to have lost all the screen for a second. 2 seconds. There we go. Everyone's back. Because I was just going to. Oh, no, it seems if I do that, we lose everyone again. Huh. And everyone's back. It's very. OBS is being very hissy today.
Ow.
There we go. So I was going to quickly show pictures of these two, but it's going to just cause more hassle than not. So let's just leave that. But yes, just know that they are as good. You should look them both up. They're both very interesting. But yes, on that note, what happened last week?
The Tavinta that we kind of sent down the road came back,
Oh, yeah, no, memories are coming back now.
and
Yeah.
they were about to hang somebody, and we went out and I don't know, inflicted our justice, shall we say?
Juniper's the red right hand or something. I don't know. I committed more war crimes.
Yes,
We're
the
not.
dagger has
We're
been.
not at war with
like-
the Tavintas, so they're not actually war crimes. They're just regular crimes.
That makes it so much better.
I like to think if you did dispose of the body at some point, like we just throw them to his like hundreds of kids, and it'd be like pigs to a body. Just strip it down.
Ooh. That's,
Like
but
a
yeah,
swarm of
image.
piranhas.
We dealt with them, and they had some slaves that we were trying to kind of free, and we had to keep one of them back because they seemed a bit too loyal, and they were going to go off and tell their masters. I'm trying to think. I
What
think
did
that's
we-
kind of where we left off.
I think.
wasn't
Did we recruit any of them, or did we just sort of say, "Off you go"? Good
it?
luck.
We kind of left them in Yevon's hands. Like, here you go, some recruits, or whatever you want to do with them. Enjoy.
yeah. Juniper has a body count in the dozens at this point.
I mean, as Grey Wardens, I wouldn't be surprised if most of us had a body count that was reasonably high. It's just normally it's reserved for Darkspawn rather than, jerks.
Yeah, well, I would argue that slavers are slightly worse than jerks.
100%.
Is a slaver is jerk something that you can only be a jerk, and that's like the maximum level of battle, or can you be a jerk and evil?
Can you be a jerk and a slaver, or a jerk and not a? Sorry. Can you be a slaver and not a jerk?
I mean, you're literally owning a human.
So
Well,
you've
not a
gotta be
human in this
jerk,
case,
right?
but like a person, you know?
Yeah. What if they're really nice about it? That just makes it weirder, doesn't it?
It makes it more fucked up.
Makes it.
Then it's a sex thing.
I'm pretty sure at that point it's probably abuse of the emotional kind rather than the physical kind.
I'd just be weirded
You're
out.
still-
They just like bring you in. They give you a comfortable bed, some food. They go like, "Okay, can you do this and that?" And I'm like, "Is this a job now?"
I think that's getting to the
being
difference between indentured servitude and slavery. There, I think we're actually getting into some spicy territory for D&D.
For fuck's sake. 2 seconds, folks.
Well, that was
Check
part of the
rounds.
deal, actually, that Amy
Get
explained,
lost.
wasn't it? That some of them are indentured by choice.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I just think
It's all there
parsley
if you wanna
would
write
be
science
weird.
fiction.
The whole system is fucked up.
Just
Slavery is bad.
More hot takes every week from the Dogtide crew.
And I
So-
just look back at my screen and I realise I have eye bags for days. Oh my god.
Oh, you look great.
No, I
You look
don't.
great.
Bags.
Oh,
I need them.
Oh,
I need them.
If you lie enough, it's usually the truth. It becomes the truth eventually. You gotta get in the mindset.
I've always got dark bags around my eyes. Just look at me. It's whatever. Who cares?
they're slightly
Such is
worse
life.
than normal today. You know when you like feel the throbbing behind your eyes? That.
I had a nasal infection during a fever like a week ago, and it actually presses up against the underside of your cheeks,
Yeah.
and it's worse than a migraine in a lot of ways.
Yeah, sinuses.
Can't live with them. Can't live without.
Apologies, folks. I had
I
another.
can live without. I'm just gonna say that now. We can live without them.
Well, sinuses. Any doctors in the chat?
Pretty sure you need.
Actually, what are sinuses for exactly? Is it just smells? Is it just your sense of smell?
Sinuses are used to warm up and moisten air before it reaches your lungs.
Is it necessary or is
Yes.
it just pleasant?
I guess it
No,
might shock
necessary.
your system.
You don't
If it's
want to
like-
dry out your lungs. Words of advice with Rowan.
Hello.
No crispy lungs.
Remember, guys, all of your lungs are moist constantly.
Crispy fried lung. So yes, hopefully my neighbours will stop having parcels delivered when they're not here, because that's another time I've had to get up to get that. But anyway, we shall carry on from there. There's a cat in my way at the moment, but I'm trying to appease it.
Appeasement
not
is
appeased,
the
human.
answer.
I'm not appeased. Ah.
Please. Please.
Please.
So anyway, we shall carry on from there. So you, after last week, you sort of freed the slaves from the
Again.
slave Vinters. You head back. You notice that the next day, the one that they had tried to kill as a werewolf. 1 second.
Is
Yes, they are also your
Is he
first filter in the
gone?
area. That's also very true, Blocks. The one
is
that
he
they were
gone,
trying
or
to
is he
kill
turned
us.
into a werewolf?
Yes, the one that they were trying to hang for being or claiming to be a werewolf is sitting next to Yevon, and he's still he's been patched up, but he looks very worse for wear, like he's been thoroughly beaten by the mob the day before. And after a
sod.
morning of sort of easing, Yevon comes to find you and sort of subtly pulls you to one side and says, "Right, this gentleman that we've acquired, that they apparently thought was a werewolf, is quite interesting. I'm not, not believing this mumble thing that he's a werewolf in the middle of." He just points at the sort of this up, it's a vague air gesture, kind of like, it's not nighttime, it's still a crescent moon, there is no full moon, he wouldn't be turning into a werewolf. But the house he's got does sound a bit weird. Would you mind going and get a wee check out for me?
I guess.
I guess it's our duty, but what's so strange about this house?
Well, just some of the things he says he keeps there. Just a very strange person, and I just would like to, for my own sanity's sake, just make sure that we're no healing someone that might be more of a threat to us. Put it that way.
Okay, yeah. While that's going on, like his mass of little bard children just begin making bets about what's in there. They just like start trading rice greens or something. Well, they're picking up bad habits.
This all sounds a little bit foreboding. I suppose it's our duty. Do you think it's of a magical nature, or...
He sort of looks around a bit more and goes, the way he words it is he's not actually, part of a pack or anything, but he is involved in making other werewolves, shall we say. Hello, you, yes. And as much fun as it is to know where we can reliably get werewolves from, it's probably not the best thing to have someone that's just randomly turning folk into werewolves just on our doorstep,
Well, of course. Well, point us in the direction of this building and we'll check it out.
The invasion of the cats continues.
I got a hug. I got a hug. I got a hug off of you. All of 2 seconds.
Oh, bless.
Right.
Am I forgiven?
So he gives you the directions of like a small village, about maybe 5-10 minutes down the road. Seems to just be a couple of houses, and one of those houses is apparently the one that he's most interested in.
Okay, well, Anna,
Did we have some werewolf?
Juniper, if you're ready.
Yeah.
Follows in
Did we have some werewolves before? Remember?
Yes.
Right?
Really
Sorry?
early on.
No, I didn't catch that.
Really early.
Remember?
Not werewolf.
Didn't we have some werewolves really early
Creepy
on?
boy. Creepy boy who lived with them and
Like
got sold back to his
Episode
horrible
2
dad.
kind of thing.
So we kick in the door.
Think that far back.
Maybe.
Yeah, no, it was that horrible kid. Pain in the backside.
Oh no, there was the werewolf in the cave where there was like some medicine or something.
Thorn rooted it, and I think I stabbed once, and we ran off.
Yes. So we have dealt with a werewolf before.
It was meant to be like a pack of them, and like someone in the village was selling children to them. They didn't want this one kid who was the horrible mayor's horrible child.
Yeah, we tried to flog him off to the slave.
No, for a second, I thought you said you were going to flog him.
No, well,
Well,
They kept popping up for a while, the mayor and his horrible child. The
Yeah.
really annoying mayor. Like,
have we gotten rid of the mayor yet?
Yeah, I think that mayor you sent to death, if I remember right.
Pretty much.
man, you said
We left him behind at when the Dark Swan invaded the village, but he survived and we saw him later on. But I can't remember what we did to him after that.
I think he came back and Shiraz killed
what
him.
happened to the kid?
I'm going to be sick of those crisps.
There was a kid. We saw the kid again at some point, didn't we?
Was this the hair child? Like magic is in. It was that kid, wasn't
Hair kid.
Yes.
it?
Okay,
Hair
so
soup lives in my head rent free and still causes queasiness on it.
Blech.
okay, so is there anybody in this house we have to investigate?
I don't know. We've got to investigate it.
Yeah, let's head off.
Alright. So you head
Alright.
off to this village. Are you going on foot? Are you taking the cart?
If it's
How far away?
is that cart or
It's
foot?
about 5-10 minutes walk. It's not very far.
Yeah, we
Oh,
can just
fuck.
Just walk it.
Alright.
That is right on our doorstep, isn't it? If it's only 5-10 minutes away.
So you leave the camp, the sort of Grey Warden camp. You start walking towards the sort of the foresty area, and after about another 5, 6, 7 minutes, you kind of get through the forest. This small, slight clearing in a way, where the road takes a small dip to the left and comes to a tiny hamlet of maybe about 5 houses and what looks like a inn stroke town hall kind of thing. As you get close, you hear the sound of dancing, and you see between the houses there seems to be a group of maybe 6 people, all holding hands and sort of running around in a circle together around a big stake in the middle that seems to just be covered in flowers.
Oh, yeah!
I was don't have law. I was going to see if I could do a law check.
I do. Let's check
Just to
and see if this
it's
is like a ritual or a
satanic
springtime thing. Yeah.
versus-
Fargus has
Yeah.
already begun dancing and moving towards them.
Is it satanic? Is it a May dance? Or is it Morris dancers? The Morris men.
That work? No, it didn't.
It's slash roll.
There we go.
Yep, there we go.
14.
So you do a lot. It could be the time of year for this sort of springtime dancing. It's a slightly a little bit later in the year than you'd have thought for it, but you do remember that it's kind of in the sort of time for sowing seeds and harvesting. So I don't know, sowing seeds and prepping for the year ahead. So it could be.
Okay. Just kind of shrug it off then, and we'll just continue on the way.
Fargus' side, he can't remain dancing, but he follows after you guys.
Okay.
He still does a shuffle.
So there are 4 houses, and I think I said 4 houses in the inn. 4 houses in the inn. They are dancing between the inn and the first house next to it. Which house would you want to look at? Or do you want to talk to these people first?
Do we know which house? Do we have a strong indication of which house is the house that Yevon was talking about?
You look at the notes from Yevon. Yevon said the red house, but you look around all 5 buildings here are red.
Damn it,
Ah.
Yevon.
Well, I suppose we'll have to ask around and find out which one of these buildings is belonging to the person we have back at camp.
Hold on, I'm just going to do a quick stealth check. If I'll pick it up, to see if Fargus could just slip away from you guys without you knowing. Oh, I have stealth. Good. Dice slow. Okay.
Yes, a natural 20. Yes, you do. You manage to slip away very easily.
Not natural 20. It's a 17 plus 3.
Yeah.
Oh, does that count as a natural 20?
It's
Natural
a
20.
natural 20. Yeah.
Okay.
So you slip away pretty easy from everyone else, while everyone else is kind of trying to establish which house they're in. You've slipped away. Where are you wanting to go?
I want to pick one of the houses and just go up to it. Do I just roll 1 to 5, or is there anything distinguishing these
Well,
houses?
the inn is in the middle. There's 2 houses on either side. Just choose whichever one you want.
Okay, left one or
Okay.
whatever. I don't know.
All right, the one on the far left. Okay. What do you want to do?
Okay, first of all, I want to go around it and like peek through the windows using my long giraffe neck.
Oh, okay. You look through the windows of the house. It seems very sort of quaint. There's not really anything out of sorts in any of it that you can see. Seems quite lived in. Seems there's a couple of people live here.
Okay, I peck on the window.
All right. As you do that, you hear, "Who's that there?" And a very older-looking elven woman comes and looks at the window and goes, "Oh, hello, dearie. Do you want to come in for a tea?"
Oh, I'd love to. Do you mind? I'm just looking around the neighborhood. You know how it is. I'm with my friends here.
"Oh, that's fine. You just come in, dearie. We'll get to them later."
Okay. And he just kind of walks in.
All right. He sits there and goes, There you go. Have a nice cup of elven tea. It's wonderful, dearie.
Oh, thanks. Can you pour a second cup for my little ones here?
She just looks at you like, I see. Tell me, dearie, how many little ones do you have?
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 14. Probably 2 dozen.
And they all grow up and big as strong as you.
They'd be
No, no.
eating each other because
It's like a
there's
learning
a lot.
process being a parent. Sorry.
God.
What was that, Tom?
Probably.
You're frozen, Tom.
Hello.
Hello.
Tom.
Right.
Tom, are you
Can you
living?
hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
We can
What are
hear
you saying?
We can hear you.
Okay. I said, have they been eating each other? Because I swear there was a lot more than 2 dozen of them.
Probably.
So like survival.
Probably
of
2
They've been
dozen.
consuming each other for more felt and other materials.
I don't know, I just fluctuate
I like
the
to-
number up.
I like
Maybe-
to think that the you only ever have Fabric can only reproduce. Fabric can all reproduce like this, but they only ever have one young at a time, and it's like a blooming battle royale beneath the feathers and felt, and up until the point where there's only one left.
Right. Probably 2 dozen. He just doesn't count them all, and some of them go off and some of them come back. No, I just fluctuate the number whenever I can't remember it. But yeah, he says probably
Okay.
so
So
I'd say no.
she pours another couple. She pours a couple of very small thimbles full of the tea liquid. And she goes, "So, dearie, what brings you to our village?"
Spooky, scary stuff being ordered by the local Grey Wardens to come around. You know how it is.
Oh, no, dearie. There's nothing of that here. You
you
look
know.
stressed, dearie.
Am I? Well, I guess being a single parent, you know how it is.
I mean, does anybody know that you're here?
You'll notice me eventually.
Well, what you need, dearie, is you need... Oh, Granny knows best. And she sort of fumbles around in a couple of bottles, and then
I'm going to die.
brings out a small bag and goes, "This will do you, dearie. You'll feel how nice after it." And she takes out a spoon, takes out a small scoop of it, and pours it into your tea and stirs it, and goes, "This'll help you feel better, dearie."
I am going to. Is there any skill for me to notice anything going on? I wonder.
Awareness.
Okay. Do I have awareness?
You should. It's a base stat. If you don't have,
Oh,
you might
yeah,
have a 0
okay.
in it though.
Yeah, I have a. No, I have a 3 in it.
Okay.
All right, let's give it a go. I'm just gonna do this tentatively to save me from my probable plucking. Nah.
You watch her put the spoonful of powder into your tea and stir it. Immediately, you've got an overwhelming desire to just know how it tastes after she's been telling you how wonderful it'll be.
Well, I got resist drug, I think. Yeah. So.
Okay.
Hey, I wanted a new character, so this works out great. Okay, I goes hey, thank you so
Might
much.
not kill you yet, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
You might live.
So
Yeah, you
you
might just have a trip.
He tosses the drink back.
okay? Wonderful, dearie, wonderful. She just looks at the cup and goes, just pours a little more tea and goes, "Just for the residue, you know." Stirring it one more time subtly. Goes, "So tell me, dear, why are you here?"
Well,
You kind of
something
like-
about werewolves.
you kind of
Something
go
about
like-
somebody making werewolves.
You the taste of the tea is sort of resonating in your mouth now. So it's a sort of very strong taste of like sweetness and almonds.
Almonds.
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure there's something about arsenic in almonds. Yeah.
Yeah, arsenic. Oh, this is the wrong place. Oh, there you go, that's better. Yeah, arsenic taste of bitter almonds. Fun fact.
Almonds.
Okay, no, I mean, no.
If you guys want to
Name
notice, it's gone.
resistance, I think.
Well, it has
Yeah,
been.
we'll get around to it.
Yeah, yeah. You know what? I think you guys want him dead, so I accept that. I accept that. Okay, he just goes like, episode about werewolves or someone making werewolves. I wasn't really paying attention. I just followed other guys. And sometimes I collect teeth. It's real fun. Therapeutic.
Oh, teeth. That's an interesting one, dearie. Hmm. So,
You know, they're just lying everywhere if you know where to look.
of course, dearie. I always know where my teeth are.
Hey!
At this point, he sort of looks him down and goes, just excuse me a second, dearie. She goes away and she comes back with a quite large box, like a wooden box, and she opens it and just goes, would you say looking at this box it's got air holes?
Does it have holes?
It has one or two very, like, slightly clogged with dust holes.
How big is it? Can I just like lift it up and look around?
It's about maybe like half meter by 30 centimeters. It's big enough for like maybe one of your legs.
Yeah, he kind of like leans over and looks at it, like blows it, like, yeah, I guess it has holes.
Oh, that's wonderful, dearie. You know, if you want him to make a nest, you could fit in there, couldn't you?
I suppose I could. It's a tight fit, though. I've not been dieting recently, you know.
At this point, you sort of move your arm and you notice that your arm is very light in weight compared to normal, and the sort of tendons running through your hands are sort of very. You can see them like almost like seared white through your usual feathers. You can like see all the tendons in your, and as you move your fingers, you can just see the tendons slowly becoming thinner and thinner in thread.
Ooh.
This is a
I like the
level of
idea
horror
that
I
this-
wasn't expecting today.
I like the idea that this little old lady is just sat there like, more cyanide? Hang on. The whole thing of cyanide in it. What does it take to kill this thing?
That's probably not good.
So while Fergus slowly unravels, what are the other three of you doing?
Well, we haven't noticed him sneaking away because he rolled an
Oblivious.
unnatural 20.
I said unnatural, but you know.
Yeah.
Unnatural 20. Unnatural an unnatural 20.
Just like artificial.
Artificial 20. So I guess should we split up and look for clues? We got 5 houses and a group of people.
Sounds good.
Wait, group 5 houses and a town hall, or is it
It's
four
four houses in a town hall. So it's
Town
kind
hall's
of
presumably the one at the back.
two houses either side of the town. It's like a sort of horseshoe with a town hall, sort of taverny thing in the middle, and then the other two houses on either side.
All right.
I'm happy to try and talk to those people that are dancing over there. I don't know about the rest of you. If you want to look at those houses or try town hall, maybe somebody in there might know which one of these houses has been left for a little while.
Can we detect magic? Do we have any of that?
Can attempt it.
And I guess our resident cat burglar can have a bit of a shufty round, see if they can find any magic shinies or any of that nonsense.
I can go break into one of the houses.
Yeah, pick a house.
I've rolled to
Juniper
detect
Kayet.
magic and got a
Puts a little paws up in front of her, goes,
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
that one! And just bolts through a window.
All right. See ya.
You could detect magic from the one on the far left.
Far left. That's convenient.
That's the one
Well-
I'm into, right?
I can't believe I guessed the right one. Or maybe I didn't, and our whole town is fucked. Either way.
Possibly. Do you want to lawyer up then and go and show them a wit of added affit and summons or something? And hopefully none of them else is a lawyer in there, because otherwise they might notice that we're just sort of speaking nonsense.
Well, in character then. I've got a feeling about that house over there, and looking around. Where's Fergus? Did you see where he's gone?
Must have
I've
gone
got
with
a bad feeling about this.
Must have gone with Junie.
We should let's quickly talk to these people and then maybe check out that house then.
Aye.
And we'll walk over.
Which house did Juniper go in? One of the
Juniper
right.
went in the one. Judging by where she was pointing, she went on the house. It was on the left, but it was the second house along rather than the one on the end.
Judging by where, eeny, meeny, miny, moe, could have been far right, could have been far left, I don't know.
It was where I was going by where Rome was pointing, so going by where she's
To be fair, I
pointing.
don't think Julie was really paying attention to anything else. She was just kind of randomly picking a place.
So you're going to
On default.
the house on the left, but the one in the middle rather than the one at the end.
No.
Okay.
So as you approach these dancers, they all sort of stop, and one of them sort of bows to the rest, and then moves out of the circle as the rest of them all join hands without them being there, continue dancing in circles.
I'm going to mention to Wraith just before we get there. Don't mention we're Grey Wardens until we have to.
I just realised I forgot to change the category from satisfactory to tabletop. I apologise, folks. 2 seconds.
Well, if you're sure, I was going to wave some of that authority around, but well, maybe
do that.
discretion is the way forward.
Go for lawyer first. They're more feared. Less
Well, might get some
reviled.
bread out of it at the very least.
True.
You know you're in a bad profession when lawyers are like more than you.
I mean, I guess it's the difference between, at least lawyers have a code. They may be soulless vultures, but at least they have a code. Grey Wardens, better the devil you know.
Good fucking luck. Yeah.
Well, greet this
He
person then.
says, as a Grey Warden.
Okay. This person takes off their hat and reveals long, flowing blonde hair, and they say, "Hello there. I'm Sylvan. How are you? Welcome to our village."
A pleasure to meet you. My name is Wraith. This is my associate Anna. I'm here representing somebody on legal terms. There is a building which may have been abandoned. Perhaps you've noticed somebody that has perhaps lived here not being around recently. I was hoping you might direct me towards that building.
Oh, all our buildings are full, I'm afraid.
Oh? Well, is there somebody that went missing then? Because I've certainly been brought here on an errand on behalf of this person. So, is there not somebody missing from the village?
They sort of blink and then they look back at the dancing people. Then they sort of give a very subtle look to the house in the end, and then look back at you and go, "No, everyone's accounted for. Although the old lady, her grandson has been missing for a couple of days now."
Oh.
Great shame when a kid goes missing.
That certainly sounds like the person we're looking for. So I'll leave you to your dancing. Have a lovely day.
Oh, you must join us. All of you must join us. We have much energy to get out today, and then we will feast.
I'm just not built for dancing. And
It's
he
true.
kind of lifts his robe
Two
a little
left
bit and
feet.
shows his knobbly kind of ankles and skinny legs.
I'm going to say, come on, Dad, and just sort of start dragging you off towards the house indicated.
Thank you. And yeah, we'll wander off towards the house.
They bow towards you. They sort of retie their hair underneath their hat, and then they sort of stride back into the circle and begin dancing themselves in the middle while everyone's dancing around.
Well, that sounds ominous, but,
Okay.
are peasants. Very
Can I-
good things, peasants.
Can I roll for resisting the poison?
Mm-hmm.
Is it a magical thing as well?
It must be, because cyanide doesn't usually, kill threaded monsters. I mean, they don't really exist in the real
If
world
it's
anyway.
both, can I could probably roll both resist magic and resist drugs in that case.
Do resist drugs first, and we'll see how you go.
Okay.
Seems reasonable.
+5 to that. $21.
All right. Although you feel the threads connect, basically holding you together, fade. Apart from that, you feel fine. If anything, you feel more energetic than you've ever felt.
So you're going floppy, I guess, but
you know-
at least you're alive.
I like it. If you're selling me on a new nest, you're right. I should really nest up, especially with all these kids involved. I kind of stand up and stretch, like.
When you stretch further than you've ever stretched before. It's like your threads have become longer and thinner.
Whoa.
I should go get some sticks then. Be right back.
I'll leave your little ones here, dearie. They'll be happy in this box.
I kind of like he scrapes his feathers, like looks at them both, like. Do you guys want to get some sticks together, or stay home? And they just kind of like make a little democracy among themselves, like. They just want to stay with me. I don't blame them. Like, with me, I want to get all my sticks personally. They want to make their own rooms, they want to make things like that.
That's fine, dearie. Just remember where you're going and take care.
You're a sweetheart. There needs to be more people in the world like you.
Yes,
Don't worry,
dearie.
I should be even an hour. Feeling a bit light, though. Maybe that diet really is kicking in. And so I just, plump out of the house, where I imagine I meet you guys in the middle.
You open the door, and as you move to come out, everyone else just sees this. I imagine Fergus to this. Well, I imagine Fergus in the description term basically looks like Big Bird.
Yeah.
So imagine Big Bird, only instead of being the sort of pear-shaped, it's like tall and thin and spindly, and the feathers are kind of hanging off in parts.
Hey guys!
I don't like it.
Yeah.
Unhealthily stretched out.
I'm just thinking. I'm thinking of two things. The first thing I'm thinking of is it Mike TV from Willy Wonka? Got all stretched out.
Yeah.
And the other thing I'm thinking of is those like little parasitic worm fuckers that you get, and they just look like string worms. I'm just imagining you're slowly turning into just a bundle of string worms all tied together.
Fergus is walking towards you, and it does just look like lots of string worms in one big, very tall, very thin thing with all his feathers are beginning to sort of fall away beside him as he's walking towards you.
Hey guys!
Oh,
I am
Fergus.
going to instinctively get out my crossbow, and then sheepishly put it away when I realise that it is our friend.
You know, that
Colleague?
lady makes a mean cup of tea. Hey.
Oh, I don't think you would. Oh, Fergus, no. Drank some strange lady's tea, you madman.
But she offered. It is really nice tea. Also, she offered a box as a nest. I'm gonna go get some sticks now. Nests love sticks.
I like the idea that this cyanide hasn't actually messed with your brain at all, but it has messed with your jaw. So you think
Yeah. It just like snaps up like.
So as Fergus is walking towards the forest area to get some sticks, you notice literally the threads are like bouncing now. They've got so much extra stretch in them
Dying.
that it's just this almost like a very long piece of thread that's just wibbling with every
Okay.
single step.
Okay, at that, I'm probably going to like look down and go like, that's not good. And probably use my healing magic. I have that.
Okay.
Wait, I don't have that. Oh yeah, this was on the honey badger. I forgot. Well, do any of you have spirit magic?
But healing. If you've wandered off,
No.
In my
Like,
mind's eye, like you kind of
I
wandered
likely-
past us as we're at the doorstep.
I'll be honest, I haven't wandered far considering my condition, and you probably have the time to stop me.
Well, at the doorstep, like he's just left the door open. I'm assuming, looking in. Like, what can I see?
At this point, you look in and you see a very old woman sitting at a table, quite quietly nursing a cup of tea and looking towards the doorway with a sort of slight scowl. And as she notices you, the scowl seems to lift, and she goes, "Oh, hello, dearie. Are you new in the village? Come in," and walks towards you. She's got that kind of slight hump that a lot of old women have. This sort of shuffles towards you and tries to take you by the hand to lead you back inside.
Before she gets to him, I'm gonna say, how about you see to Fergus, Dad? I don't know, greet? No, that's not the right word.
Oh, a family! Oh, that's wonderful, dear. It's always good to have family. I've
yes,
lost
well, I'll
mine
try
at
and-
the moment.
I'll try and pull him together. I'm gonna go off and get Fergus,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
he's
go
get
to-
back
go
away
deal
from
with
this wound's advances and quickly hobble off towards Fergus.
Yeah, go on,
I'm
go deal with him.
Fergus.
Go on.
Fergus the Falcon.
Yes, you are, and you're not looking very good, are you? Let's see what we can do here.
As
And he's
Fergus,
gonna kind of-
Fergus opens his arms to sort of flap, and just pieces of very, what looks like dried up feather just disintegrate from his arms, just leaving these long, thin, silken threads.
Blimey.
Okay, right. I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna.
cast healing on him.
How am I gonna be able to attract?
I got a 15.
You cast healing on him. You notice the threads. They don't. They continue to get thinner and thinner and thinner and make him longer and longer and longer. But you notice that they aren't tethering as much as they were before.
So better, but still a bit of bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, I think that tea was kind of bad.
Yes, you're telling me. Well,
Then he just like stuffs his full hand down his throat and tries to upshuck it.
Okay.
I'm gonna step back.
Fergus at this point stands to his full height to do this. He is now 4 meters tall.
27 feet tall.
Yeah, he's
at
now
his
4
full extension.
He's now 4 meters tall at full height, and when he starts putting his own hand down his throat, you can see.
Because he's
It just
tall
goes and goes
Yeah,
and
you
goes.
can see
and
between
goes.
the threads in his chest. You can see this other thread snaking downwards.
Yeah, he just like, okay, I don't want to gross out Rowan. So if you want to like mute me,
Rowan's unbelievable.
I'd suggest muting me right now. So he just like sticks his down his neck down. and
I
it just,
work in healthcare.
Yeah, fair enough.
We're
He just
into this.
Okay, he grabs his stomach and just like upends it.
Ooh,
That's about it.
I think the
Sharks
cyanide's
do
real.
that.
You've had a few moments where you're like, that's too much. So
All right,
Cyanide's
do me
probably done the
a
damage by now, though.
do me a strength roll.
sorry, what roll?
Strength.
Strength. Okay, that's a +5. 20 5.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Junie, how many knives have you stolen?
that's a 22. I've been rolling all right.
You shove your
I was
hand.
gonna ask, like, how's Junie's like little thief quest going on?
I
feel
will. I
like
will
I'm
do.
off doing my own thing.
I'll do it in a second.
We're
You
a bit
That's all right.
scattered at the moment,
you
aren't
pull
we?
your hand right inside. There's a sort of sound like a, and then there's a sort of wrench from the hand. This, what I can only describe as a thick black star, just pulls out of Fergus's mouth, with cords just still attached to it, leading inside. And he just holds it in his hand, and it just drips around the remainder of the sort of threads holding it.
Yeah, he just like swallows back up his stomach and he goes like, that's not meant to be there.
Wraith has just stood in awe and horror.
Just cut to that gif of like Luz from the house going basically after Hoodie detaches himself from the door. Just insert that right here, and
Yeah, he like
we got
takes,
the vibe.
Yeah, he takes Wraith's hand and like slaps it into his palm. He goes like,
No!
So while that's going on, we'll cut back to the Juniper stealing hour. So Junie went up to the door. Junie opened the door. The door was just lying open. Walked inside. She found a couple of basic knives just lying around, like sort of multi-purpose knives, for preparing food and such. The house seems to be empty. She just wandered around taking lots of little knickknacks from it. Because there's no one there.
Yep, there's a rubber ducky. There's, a loaf of bread that I thought would be nice to gnaw on. I probably stole a cucumber, several knives. There's a bit of string that she yanked off a wall, like hanging or something like that. The wall hanging is now in shreds. Anna's probably curled up asleep on the bed. Quite frankly.
The one
food
thing
actually not spoiled?
the one thing you did find on the wall that was very interesting was there was what looks like someone's like ponytail or something that's been braided and sort of embalmed and left on the wall, and you found it very interesting as some kind of brush.
String. Bite and tear and yank.
Oh, jeez.
So it's about maybe about 30 centimeters long. Oh god, what's Tom got now? Can't focus.
Not focusing, Tom.
It's not focusing, Tom.
How I imagine the
You
progression.
get to a point and it stops
Oh
focusing.
god, yeah.
What is that?
I'm trying. Okay, go back.
Can't see that at all.
Back a bit. Back a bit.
I think it's meant to be Spiral Ferguson.
Oh,
God damn it.
he's cancelled us.
Oh.
Okay.
The progression of Ferguson.
That's horrifying. That's actually horrifying.
Slowly turning into like a string demon.
Oh god.
So
That's one
yes.
sad-looking penguin, by the way.
So you found a braid of hair
a
that's
braid
mounted on the
of
wall,
a braid of hair.
like a trophy.
It's about maybe 30
Yeah.
centimeters long, and it's this.
It was 30 centimeters long. It's now in shreds.
Didn't you like scratch up hair?
Yeah, you just tear
I don't
anything.
think she just kind of sat there bapping at it until it just kind of fell off the wall and then just dived on it, and then it progressed
it.
from there, shall we say. The table probably got knocked over as she scampered around after it, General chaos has been had.
Yeah.
She's found a smoked ham.
Basically, I'm having the time of my life. You guys...
Yep.
I'm
So-
trying to
so
deal with this
as-
spooky old lady.
As Junie's having the time of her life, we cut back to Anna, who is. What is Anna doing with the old woman?
It depends, I guess, on what she's trying to do to me. Is she trying to poison me yet? Wait, okay. Let's back it up a bit.
She's just politely asking you inside, and does you sit down and
Okay.
asks if you want a cup of tea.
No, thank you. I don't drink tea.
Oh, that's a shame, dearie. It's good for your tea.
So I've been told.
Would you
Ma'am,
like a
we're here-
biscuit?
No, thank you. Man, we're here on important business. Your son, you say, was missing?
I didn't say anything of the sort, dearie.
That's strange. A minute ago, I swear you just said family
Uh,
missing.
Oh, my family go long and far, dearie. Then it's their problem, not mine.
Ah, so less missing and more adventure.
Of course, dearie.
Have any of your family members found, perhaps, any interesting artifacts recently whilst adventuring?
Found, you say? No, no. There's nothing like that here. Not in rural Orlais.
I'm just gonna slightly raise one eyebrow. I see. And has your family, or indeed any person in this village, recently come into possession of any artifacts that may be magical in nature?
What's his obsession with my family, dearie?
Ma'am, we have reason to believe that within this household there is a powerful magical artifact that is causing disturbances in the local area and also possibly related to missing persons cases.
Oh, what nonsense, dearie. That would make me an apostate. I'm not such thing. I'm just an old woman, dearie.
Being an apostate is not the only problem. There would also be several laws requiring the identification and securing of magical artifacts that would be called into question. But
Are you
that is
a
neither here or
Templar,
there.
dearie?
No, not as such.
Good, good, good. You sure you don't want some tea?
I'm quite sure that I do not want any tea. I would, however, be most appreciative of any information that you could provide me regarding any magical disturbances in the area.
Oh, don't worry, dearie. Where's my glasses? 1 second. And she sort of looks around and then goes, ah! And she leans up and just close a whole small piece of string and just starts moving it up and down, and you hear the sound of a bell ringing. Don't worry, dearie. I'm just calling my daughter. It's time for her meal.
I'm going to... trying to remember. I don't have a lore master to advise me on werewolves and were-shaped things.
It's a curse from what I remember.
Some kind of curse. It's not really around anymore. There's things that are like it, but not quite. What else? To hell with it. I'm going to say... ma'am, what do you know of werewolves and wolf-shaped animagi? Is it? Or am I thinking something different?
Oh, you know, I'm sure these things exist in faraway places, dearie, but not here.
Not yet.
Oh, no. I mean, what use would anyone have for curses?
Do you want an itemized list or a short list?
Oh, you know about curses, dearie?
Yes, quite well.
I see. Just subtly rings the bell again.
I'm surprised that the bell doesn't seem to be working. Would you like me to perhaps take a look at it?
Of course, dearie. You come over here. Just stand next to the window.
How close to the window is this bell?
It's like basically hanging from the window.
Okay.
By any chance, am I near a window and can I see him?
You're lying on the bed in the house next door, and you can look out of the window from where you are and just see through the window this small figure just ringing a bell. You find the bell quite annoying, but as you look through the window, you just see it move out of the way and gesture, and you can just see the feet of Anna.
Very recognizable feet.
Can I roll for how much the bell is annoying me?
It's quite
Do I
annoying.
want to go bite it?
It's
Just
quite
go bite it if you
annoying
want.
already. So like a +5 to it?
Shall I roll for biting the annoying bell?
Yeah, if you want.
Go, go.
Okay, how do we bloody do this again?
I wonder how a fail here is going to work, because either you're going to try and bite it and fail, so you're going to just like do a cartwheel out the window and just fall on your face, or you're going to be so uninterested you're not even going to lift a leg from the bed.
Or she just baps it.
Maybe.
Is it .d20?
Dot
Is that what
D20
it
works
is?
fine, yeah.
Slash 20.
Well, slash 20 and dot
Slash
D20 will
roll.
work.
Yeah. Slash roll 20.
Oh,
D20.
AJ has jumped in with a -3.
Oh,
Aww. And we're just rolling a 20.
Yep. If your plus would be 3, then yes, you're just rolling a 20.
Okay, cool. I have no idea what the plus would be anyway. I'll just roll a 20. 17!
damn.
Juniper
14.
leaps from the bed, she jumps onto the roof of the house to the next door, and she sort of paws at the bell that hangs from the window.
I guess the window's open.
At this point, Juniper sees the 6 people that were dancing in circles. All 6 of them have now grabbed quite sharp-looking weapons and are making their way slowly round to the front of the building.
Making the way downtown.
Walking fast.
Can I grab the bell and run off with it?
Yes.
I'm gonna grab it in my mouth and just take off and just keep ringing it and throwing it in the air and bapping at it and just keep going further and further away.
I like the idea that
Okay.
you're doing that thing where cats grab something and sort of roll across, like they're going so
Yeah.
fast. They try to stop, but they can't. They got it in their mouth and they're just rolling past. And all these villagers are like,
So at this
She
point,
has it in her mouth but doesn't realise that the noise is coming from the bell around her mouth now. So she's just getting more and more furious with it.
So at this point, you run past a quite revolted-looking wraith who's trying to wipe this black goo off his hand.
Did you say I pulled out a black star or something?
It was like a sort of black pulsing, like mass that was your stomach.
Yeah.
So, and then seeing Juniper going like, "Oh, Juniper, what's happening?" And then looking over and seeing the people coming
You
with
see,
sharp
you just
weapons.
watch the like 6 people with very sharp weapons just come round the front of the old woman's door, and just stat and look like they're slowly making their way up the stairs that they're about to enter.
Oh, I
Into
don't
the
like the look of
house.
this, Fergus. We need to get in there and help Anna.
You got it! And I just like pull out. Okay, how close are we?
You're far. You're about 200-300 meters away.
You got it! And then I just transform into a mountain goat. It's cool.
Okay.
oh god, really stringy mountain.
Do a roll for a transform.
Okay. Do. And power's coming out of my god. Oh wait. Okay, there we go. That's a natural 20.
Natural 20. Fergus turns into the form of a mountain goat. Absolute picture perfect mountain goat. Then the second he moves, he becomes long, stringy again with this gigantically long body, and it's basically like this almost singular silken thread just traveling through the air like a floating worm.
No, come on now. Be nice in the description. Call it like one of, like an Asiatic dragon. You know? Yes,
No,
it's
That's far
basically
too
a
poetic
worm.
for me.
It's basically a worm, but still, it sounds fancy.
Okay, and that's a good thing because a natural 20, right? Okay. And goes like, climb on! And he just like wraps a bunch of of his string around Wraith and like kicks off with a belt. Nothing pace.
So Wraith has now got this very strange silken thread around his waist and is just pulling him forward at a pace he can't really keep up with.
He's kind of trying to keep up, and his feet are coming off the ground occasionally. He'll try and aim his staff as we're approaching.
Yeah. It's like Tokyo Drift, just like of a goat's head on the front of a big long worm string. Just feels like shh.
So as we're sliding past them, I'll cast Chill at the ground and try and freeze them all in place as they're going up the stairs.
Okay. Do a roll for that.
In the meantime, I like to think Junior's finally kicked the bell away from her and is sitting there fuzzed up in furious indignation, turns around and sees string.
Oh, no.
Yep, that's totally get it. What's your reaction when you see string?
Chase.
Yeah.
She gets on the ground and kind of wiggles around, a little butt kind of comes up in the air, and there's like the huge eye blow moment before she takes off at a sprint after it.
All right. So as you try and cast chill on this, because you're being like lurched around by having this string wrapped around you, your aim is not great, and you just end up hitting patches of frost everywhere. So as Junie is sprinting after this string, what is Anna doing? Is she going to fix the bell?
Well, I've been standing there. This old lady said, "Oh, look, let me ring this bell for me," and I'm like, "Okay, I'm not going to do that." I've gone towards it, and as I get close to it, suddenly a wild juniper appears out of nowhere, snatches the bell, and runs off out the window, and I'm like,
Oh, thieves will take anything at the moment, dearie. Got to lock your door.
"Would you like me to lock yours?"
Oh no, dearie, no. It's always good to have my door open.
So I can imagine. How do I get her to tell me what's going on without all the cloak and dagger nonsense? Alright, whatever. I'm bored of this. I'm going to draw my crossbow, point it square at her, and say, I'm sorry. I've run out of polite, dignified ways of inquiring. Where are the werewolves coming from? Or werefolk, perhaps?
She just looks at your crossbow with disdain and then looks up at you and goes, I don't know what you're talking about, dearie.
Oh, good. I'm going to drop the crossbow down and shoot her through the knee.
Alright, roll.
Her adventuring days are over.
Yeah, they are. Dex +5. I can always claim it as a warning shot if I miss.
You didn't yell it's coming right for us, you can't claim it as a warning shot.
Was it? Dot roll.
The slash roll.
Oops. Slash roll.
It's either dot d20 or slash roll.
I do love how literally no one can remember.
Oh, come on. 9.
9. You basically shoot her through the knee. The bottle goes straight through. But instead of like blood spurting everywhere, it just seems to spread and there's like threads split apart from it and then sort of reform after the bolt's gone past. You shouldn't have done that, dearie.
A fabricant? That makes this a lot easier. I'm gonna grab the torch that I have in my inventory and light it.
Okay. At this point, the door opens and there's now 6 quite rabid-looking people with large bladed weapons.
So I guess I recommend wiggling towards them so Junie cannons straight into them.
I was gonna say, where are they? Are they behind me?
Yes.
Okay, is the old lady in front of me?
Yes.
Within arm's reach?
Kinda.
Am I gonna be able to get to her faster than they're gonna get all the way to me?
Probably.
Okay. I guess grab her and menace her with a torch.
Alright, roll to grab.
Is that strength or dex?
I
guess.
Probably dex, actually, because it requires accuracy.
Dex to grab, strength to hold.
Yeah. So do dex.
Come on, please. Oh, fuck off.
You try and grab her again. you sort of swing, and as you swing, it's like the threads of her entire body just move away from your hand and then come back after it.
Shit.
Okay, we're still.
Does she at
in
least
it.
flinch away from the fire?
No.
No. Okay.
At this point, Fergus has reached the bottom of the stairs. What are you doing, Fergus?
Here comes the cavalry.
Okay, I proceed to thread back into my shape with. Okay, what are my weapons again? It's been a while. Okay, with my heavy studded metal maul, and just like slam it into the center of them.
Okay. Do me a strength roll.
Strength throw. Okay.
I suppose Wraith will just be deposited nearby.
It depends how his roll goes.
Okay. 13.
You start like this. You recoil back into yourself. Again, it's like you sort of spin into yourself, but you become massively tall. Wraith is attached to you and is like halfway up your body. There's like a Wraith, like sideways on through your body, who's currently like looking around, panicked to what's going on.
Let me out.
You draw your hammer and you swing. Because you're not used to how long your body is, you smash your hammer into the roof of the building, creating a massive hole.
Well, that'll get their attention at least.
Is Juniper charging the giant string creature?
Well, he's not really string anymore.
He is.
So
He's still string.
He's still string.
Yes.
Okay, where is he in relation to everyone else?
He's standing at the doorway to this building, but he's like about 4 meters tall, of wobbling string, and about halfway up is these bony, knobbly knees flailing up and down that you should recognize.
Okay, so and where is Anna and? Oh, where's he gone?
He said he had to go for a call if it came through, so it's probably doing that.
So where is Anna and the old lady in comparison? Because she is also string.
They are
Both in the
inside.
house.
They are inside the building, and the old woman does not look like string, but it's like when something happens, it like you see for a split second what it is, and then it switches back to what you saw before.
Okay, so I like to think she's kind of reaching Fergus roughly in time when he's changing shape. The change shape spooks Junie,
Okay.
and Junie careens past into the building.
All right. Do a just do a normal d20 roll, and we'll see where it goes.
Do be aware there are 6 rather well-armed individuals between me, the old woman, and you 3.
Straight D20,
Yep,
yeah?
straight d20. Let's see where this goes.
Cool, 10.
10. Junie barrels in, and there's a loud slamming sound as Junie slams into the wall next to the door.
Ow.
She hisses at it.
It's like almost comically the sort of like Junie shaped print on the inside of the wall. It's kind of that.
Face,
That far.
then neck, and then like
Yeah.
tail and legs.
Very, very Tom and Jerry-esque for a second there. She can't always be graceful.
I'd like to turn to the old lady.
At this point, there's a hissing from the people who are the 6 individuals in them who are looking at Anna and all pointing weapons at him.
I'd like to say, I'll say to the old woman, you know, if you'd just answered my questions, I could have wandered off. I didn't want to have to fight you, but
At this point, the old woman just looks at you and her eyes begin to start glowing red. And she goes, "You can't leave, dearie. We are not done."
I'm gonna roll my eyes. Yeah, I figured on account of the 6 knife-wielding maniacs that you've called in.
Can I run up to her and nick her with the knife?
I don't know how you're gonna. I don't know how you get through the 6 people in the way. Because there are 6 people basically kind of blocking the way now.
Yeah, they're like clogging the front door.
Can I get her monologuing?
Under one of their legs.
You'll have to go under like at least 2 pairs of legs. It's not a big house.
I am a small cat.
Well, before you do that, we will do one. The first one will swing it at Anna, because they are in range.
Fuck. That's not
Hopefully
good.
I can-
I'm not a melee fighter.
I'm surprised
I
our
don't dodge
clown
roll.
show. Our clown show from behind didn't do anything.
Yeah. I do have dodge roll at least, so
It's
I'm not a melee fighter.
One of them swings. It completely misses Anna, not even close. But it's enough that Anna gets the message that
They're gonna start.
they're going to start swinging.
All right. I'm gonna back up another step and tell the old lady. Oh well, if I'm gonna die, could you at least tell me what's going on?
What do you think this is, dearie? Why would I tell you anything?
Good evil monologue, satisfying narrative.
Fuck 'em.
Fair enough. I'm going to. Oh, do I dare toss the flaming torch just at something flammable in the house? Or do I? Because I don't know necessarily if there's a magical artifact here that could be problematic.
I think she's problematic.
In the following words of wisdom, fuck 'em. I'm gonna toss the flaming torch at the nearest flammable stuff that I can see.
Okay.
I'll have to get a new one from the requisitions officer or whatever, quartermaster.
It catches fire very quickly. There's a massive foam, and everything seems to be ablaze.
Oops, I slipped.
So what's Fergus doing now? Now that the building has caught fire.
hot. Okay, I kind of like swing and twist my body with like Wraith inside. Wraith did get its on she? With Wraith inside, kind of like along
So,
with it. Sorry, Wraith.
So
I
are you
don't
just are you running away? Is that what you're doing?
No, I'm trying to like swipe at them and get them out from the door.
Okay.
Just like smack them.
All right. Let's do a strength roll.
I do have like Joe wheel.
Oh, better. That was my alarm about to go off for work. I need to get ready for work, guys.
That's fine. All right. Well,
Junie has been spooked by the
Junie's still run
giant 4-meter tall thing and has run home.
And the fire and everything else, and is literally just taken
Right.
off.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys.
See ya.
Yeah. So that's
That's
that's fine.
22.
See you next time, Annie.
Nice seeing you all.
Have a nice
Bye.
time. See you soon.
Ow, bye.
Right. Okay, that's a 22 for him to like swing and like smack them up.
So Fergus swings. He like slices through the entire building with this hammer.
Oh god.
There's a massive like hole. The building begins to collapse.
Ahem.
No, I said I sweep for the people in the door.
Well, tough
Like,
luck. You
blocking the door.
overrolled, man. You got 22. Critical success. The house
Hang on.
collapses.
Aw.
All of them are covered by rubble.
Oh my god.
Hang on.
Now that's a critical success.
That is a critical success.
What about the me and the old lady?
The old lady just gets out. Like, jumps through the window, just gets out. If you can just roll me a d20, you can add dodge roll if you have it.
I am. But wait, ads. Oh yeah. It's because like it's just stat.
Yeah, it's a normal roll, but if you have dodge roll, you can add the dodge roll to it.
Yeah.
Not
I-
rule, roll.
Rule.
Oh.
Rule.
Please roll a bit high.
Yeah,
Okay.
14's fine. You also manage to dodge out the window as the building just collapses straight down. crushing the 6 of them into the house. It's now on fire.
I'm
a-
helping.
A fiery rubble pit. Excellent.
Wraith is trying to like extricate himself from this and like pull himself through it to like get out.
Yeah, he just kind of like if you know, like you push an arrow through your body to get it out. He kind of like shoves Rafe's feet through, so his head pops out the other side. Like, whoop.
No, he's like, he's only trapped by like literal threads, but there's so many of them in the middle that's holding him in place that he's kind of.
Matted.
It's like your belt's been caught in something. So, but yeah, if you roll your strength, try and get free.
Oof, strength is not a strong point for this character.
Can I help him with my own strength?
We'll see how he does first.
Oh. Why didn't it do it? 1 second. Hang on, I'm having issues here for some reason.
No, that's fine.
I did roll 20. Roll d20 even.
You're one with the string race.
There we go.
Forever
16.
and ever and ever.
You after sort of battling with the thing, you sort of like. There's a strange tearing sensation, and you sort of roll backwards out of the way.
Like
And as you
Velcro.
look up, you see this 4-meter tall, what was Fergus, just a strings with this massive gaping hole of like damaged string in the middle.
Again, kind of slightly horrified. Oh no!
Wacky inflatable tube man! Wacky inflatable tube man! Wacky inflatable tube man! He just keeps repeating that as he like wiggles.
Okay.
Oh, what's happening? Looking at the building is collapsed. Where's Anna? Where's Juniper? Oh!
I'm gonna yell up to you, root her, and I'm gonna sort of gesture at the old lady.
Can we see from the front of the building where they've
You
gone
can't
back?
see where they've gone. You at the moment all you can hear is the sound of screaming from the 6 of them that have been crushed inside.
Hopefully, we can interrogate at least a couple of them.
The old woman goes, I'll be back for you, dearie. My flock watch over me. And she starts beginning to back away towards the forest.
Well, I'm going to yell out to anyone who's still around to get over here right now. I'm gonna...
You got it! And I'm going to like turn to a giraffe and just like spring over to them.
Okay.
Sure. I'm still following her, keeping as close to her as I dare.
Just do a normal d20 roll. This is just to see something.
Me or
Fergus.
folks?
Well, from when he bounces over the building,
18.
he catches fire.
What? 18?
Yeah, that's your chance to catch fire.
I didn't say I did say over the building. I said over to him.
Yeah, but he's over a burning building.
It's very on fire.
Like,
I rolled high with that flame.
I'm sorry. Like, I didn't mean to go over the building though.
That'll be fine. You
That'll be fine.
Roll around in the dirt.
I mean, you're on fire. You've not been singed, which is kind of what the other thing was going to be if you'd rolled low. Was going to be you singed yourself in two from your slightly
this is just more
gaping.
chaos. This is just chaos.
Yes.
Sorry, I was confused because it's like, oh, you crushed the building, you're gonna kill your friend, and you're on fire, and it's just like
It's
I was wondering.
because you have the sort of hole in the middle. If you'd gone over the building and rolled low, you would have basically split into two. Whereas because you went over and you rolled higher, you just caught fire.
Okay.
Just catching fire instead of being
Okay, it's just kind of
half
like
destroyed. Okay.
you see a stringy bird, 4 meters tall, fire singeing over his feather. And
Remnants of
probably like a
feathers.
bunch of children like holding on for dear life. It was
Don't
like,
have many feathers left either.
"Hey, Anna, how you doing?
I'm going to. It's my crossbow is still trained on the old woman. I don't think it's going to do much, and I'm trying to stay fairly close as well. Probably
Oh,
at least 10 meters away. I'm going to
Okay.
nod. I'm going to glance over at him and then nod at the old woman and say, "Get her."
Okay, and then he's just going to fling his entire maul at the back, at her
Okay.
back.
Roll. Strength
Okay,
roll.
is that strength? Yep.
Yep.
I think while this is happening,
14?
Wraith is calling out for Juniper and looking forlornly, like, well, like he thinks she might have been caught in the rubble and is kind of like scrabbling about a little bit.
The maul basically lands straight into her. There's a sound like something quite heavy hitting a beanbag. You watch as the hammer basically kind of like embeds in her. Doesn't like not like bloodwise, but it's like embeds in her form, and she just keeps rolling with this hammer embeds in her towards the tree line.
I'm gonna keep pace with her and yell out to Wraith and Junie, although she's run off. We need them right now over here.
Wraith gets up and kind of hobbles around the corner. Oh, what's going on?
I'm going to point at her and say, "Root her!"
You just see this massive burning string creature just slowly, like the string is starting to like contract now because it's on fire. So Fergus has gone from being 4 meters tall and is slowly shrinking down in front of you.
He's now 3 meters.
Stop, drop, and roll. Stop, drop, and roll.
I'm going to point my staff at the old woman and do the thorned roots as commanded.
Yep. You cast roots on her, she stops dead in her tracks.
Okay.
Oh, now what?
I'm just imagining the Simpsons thing, like, stop, drop, and roll, like Homer style. Like,
Yeah.
Yep. So there's now this burning string creature rolling back and forth.
I'm gonna run up to the old lady.
you know, despite everything, I'm the most useful I've been this entire time.
I've been
I've been
remarkably useful.
around.
Run up to the old lady, gesture everyone else to come as well, I guess.
Okay.
So we can ask some questions.
Okay.
I'm imagining like the little ones are just having little buckets of dart and are dumping it on them, like like a little firefighter service.
Oh god. So while the little ones are trying to extinguish Fergus, so Anna's ran up to the old woman. What are you actually doing with her?
Well, I want to keep at least like a meter away from her in case she tries to grab. But she's rooted. She's got a maul in her. She'll probably be sat fairly still. What do I say? I don't know. I've kind of. If she doesn't want to answer, she won't answer.
And she answered.
No, she doesn't answer.
As you try and I sort of like look at the old
Can I
woman.
roll for interrogation, maybe?
She
I don't Bluff, taunt, intimidate.
probably one of those. Yeah,
They're all the same modifiers.
yeah. Just
Plus
roll that mod then.
Because I want to know, but if she's not going to tell me, then she's not going to tell me, It's no point flaying a dead horse.
Unnatural 20. All right. Well, you roll to interrogate. She sort of narrows her. She narrows her eyes at you and goes, "I think that you are going to have a very bad time, dearie."
I'm well aware of that fact. Grey Warders rarely have a long and happy life. Now spill.
Spill, you say? What do you want to know?
For starters, there are rumours of a werewolf originating from here. A relative of yours?
She just sort of starts cackling and goes, I need a werewolf, dearie.
I'm gonna just sort of look around at the chaos and burning house and something, and just turn back and say, protection.
Protection? I had my daughters for that, dearie.
Didn't do much good, did they?
Well, she just sort of looks over at the sort of the building that was the shrieking was coming from. It's now gone very quiet.
I bet it has. I'm gonna. I feel a bit mean saying that. What exactly are you? Are you a fabricant? You seem very similar to them in some respects.
Leans into you and goes, "I'm a wizard." And then just sort of, there's a strange, like, it's kind of like smoke just goes, but when there's a sort of cackling in the air and as the smoke clears, you just see two legs just sticking out of the ground.
Legs?
As in she's detached her legs.
And the torso is just poofed and disappeared.
I'm gonna look at Wraith and be like,
I've seen a lot of things today, and that one is certainly amongst the most bizarre.
Guys!
Speaking of which,
alright, well, I'm gonna kick through the legs. What happens?
Just attached to the ground, they just sort of flop around. There's like some cloth legs just attached to the ground.
Okay, some kind of fabricant wizard. I guess that kind of makes sense with people confusing it for a werewolf. They're quite fuzzy, aren't they?
yes, it would make sense. Strange that it would take the form of an old woman, but I don't know, subterfuge and all that makes sense in that respect. We should go back to Yavin and let him know.
Hey,
I'm gonna take one of the legs and then go back to investigate the burning rubble-filled house.
At this point, Fergus is still rolling around in the ground trying to put himself out, but he's still on fire. At this point, he is now shrunk to about a metre tall.
Oh, he's getting small.
Can I try and stamp him out?
Sure. I've been rolling the dog.
Could just cast chill. We have a rainstone as well. Just let him reminder.
You can stamp on him if you want.
I feel like Wraith has got a certain amount of like revenge in mind here. Like he's been treated quite cruelly by Fergus over time, and this is an opportunity.
Alright,
Here.
roll
Worry about this, Fergus.
roll,
Hey, if I die from this, I deserve it.
roll dexterity.
I like to think that Fergus is. You know how when you heat synthetic fibers, they sort of meld into like harder, tougher plastic.
Yep.
I reckon that's what he's turning into.
So
if we let him
you-
go on for
you
too long, he'll
start
be like a hockey puck.
You start stamping on Fergus. After about a good couple of minutes of stamping, eventually he stopped rolling back and forth. It's now just very still. And as you lift your boot for the last time, there's just a small, like, sliver of what looks like plastic, very very thick plastic that's like gelled together.
Fergus, is he okay?
Am I? I imagine not.
I imagine you've probably gone, and your children have vanished to the ether as they seem to have gone in every direction trying to put the fire out.
Scattered to the five winds.
You know,
Fergus, no. Looking at Anna. Well, I didn't really mean to do that, but you could see he was on his last legs, if you want to call it that.
He says,
gonna
holding
say-
a fabricant leg.
okay. You could probably roll for one spirit healing as a throw-out chance. But yeah, I pretty much can't, I imagine.
There's not much of your body to return to, is there?
Yeah.
Hey, you could get a crit 20. It'd be a perfect time for it.
An animated small plastic lump.
Yeah, well, that's it. Like, trying resurrection in the past has resulted in mostly bad things. So I don't know if trying that on this charred mess is necessarily a good idea.
It was pretty bad the first couple times you did resurrection, and that was with a freshly dead horse. This is like a charred lump of fabric for a creature that is magical in origin in the first place. So who knows what the extra magic is going to do?
Well, you said you wanted to get weird. Maybe you could play as like a little lump of charred string. If you want, I could try.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Let's see how weird it can get.
All right. Well, I'm gonna
Let's go
stand.
to us. You go do a crit one, and we get a new boss for the campaign.
Oh God, the evil cheese string.
I'm fascinated to see what you're going to do, Pete.
Actually, probably more like a licorice lace, isn't it? Have I found anything particularly interesting in the ruins? Corpses?
The whole
Junie?
thing is sort of burnt through. You find the sort of crushed bodies of like six people wearing very long white gowns that have all basically cindered through because the whole thing's just burnt through, just like the fire.
Flesh and blood or fabric creatures?
They were flesh and blood.
Shame.
16. You try and res, all you hear is a very pathetic, "It's Fergus, the Falcon," and then just nothing.
Okay, I'll say Fargus ain't coming back for this, but I will say like he is weird enough that I can sense there's something in there.
I mean, if you ever want him to come back, you have all of his children.
Yes.
True.
You have all of his children, and there's a lump of life in that. As a fabricant is kind of hard to kill, but there's no Fargus in there. He's gone.
He has sadly left this immortal
It's all right.
coil.
You've still got Freddy and all the other.
All the little Farguses proceed to suddenly have funeral clothes, and are like silently at the sides.
A couple of them have made like a stretcher and are carrying it off like pallbearers. Buried
Just
in the
about.
woods.
And somehow some of them got little violins. They're just going.
I'm gonna look over and just be like, I don't know how to deal with that. So I'm gonna go back to see. I can't find Junie in the wreckage. Presumably because she's run off home.
Yeah. So as Anna and Wraith trudge their way back to the Grey Warden camp with no real idea whether it's just the two of them or whether there's still a Junie alive as well.
Yeah, because if I didn't find her body, then
You assume she must have either been, in the sort of burning building or not, and you're not really sure. The last thing you remember is her smacking into the wall of that building.
There's somewhere between 2 and 3 dead bodies and 2 and 5 dead bodies in there, but we're not sure if any of them or all of them are the Junie. It's a bit of a mess.
So
we trudge
as
back.
you trudge back, just debating in your head what you're going to say to Yevon, we will wind up there.
Yeah.
That was a goddamn disaster.
And next time we will have the chance for Mr. Helking to either choose if he wants to create a new character or resurrect the Fergus babies. And hopefully we'll have everyone else back again next week. So yes.
Oh God, I got weird ideas already.
I was pretty sure that was it for me. Again.
Yeah.
I
have to say.
In a building, on fire, collapsing.
Yeah.
Enemy who can't be touched for some reason. Like.
Yeah.
Next time, we send Wraithen first with anti-magic.
Yeah. If there was ever a great end to Fergus, I'd say that's the best one for it. Like, he managed to be useful. He managed to
very useful,
keep living several times over, and he should have died from poison, from fire, from unraveling, from everything like that, and managed to keep up and kill 6 people on the way out and cave in the chest of a witch, or whatever the hell that is. I'd say that's a pretty good end for him.
He died as he lived in a ball of flame.
A fiery chaos ball.
Just about.
So, we'll just do the wrap up then. So yes, if you would like some more magical math rocks or similar things for your own D&D campaign, you can get a discount with Penance RPG at checkout at either dndice.co.uk or gemhammer.com. Both of them work. I think it's 10% with D&Dice and 20% off at Gemhammer. D&Dice do wonderful, wonderful dice. They are fantastic. They're the dice I always take with me everywhere I go to do when I run games. And Gemhammer do things like the deck of many things and such things that you can augment your game with. They're always just really good things to have. So yes, that is that. As for us, our next... before I do us, Mr. Eden, are you doing any other streams in the next few days?
Saturday, once again, probably Clone Hero, unless something comes up. Possibly something in the week, I always say that, but it's been a while. We'll see.
Alright, well, you can find more from Mr. Eden over at Monkey Magic Eden. As for ourselves, our next streams will be tomorrow night. Should be Mr. Greg back with his Verlasting Tale, so that's traditional D&D. Then Tuesday, myself, Mr. Tom, and Mr. Zeph playing Astroneer. Then afterwards, we'll be doing some indie horror. Wednesday, hopefully, will be. Actually, no, there's no Wednesday stream this week because I'm out. Thursday will be more indie horror. Friday will be more Satisfactory, as we're creeping ever closer to the end of Satisfactory. And then that's that. So yeah, that's the next stream for next week. Thank you everyone for watching along today. I hope you enjoyed. Hope it was a fun old time for you all with the chaos that we can only bring with a rat run. Oh, and on Thursday over at Playing with Dice, which I will find a link for now, you can catch the second part of Alien, where part 1 is there already. It's myself and Belry and Eden as well, playing Alien with AJ and the DM. So yes, that part 1 is already out. Part 2 is out on Thursday. So yes, have a check that out because it'll be fun. And then the one after will be well, every day's a school day. So yes, I think we will roll into someone else. Let me see whose our options are. We've got really 2 options. One is that's a terrifying game, and the other one is Darren playing 7th Guest.
Just to bump the message.
You know what, roll into Darren. So yeah, thank you very much, folks. I wish you all the best of the rest of your weekend. I hope you all have a fantastic time. We'll catch you all later. Till then, take care. Good night.
As do I.
As I quickly put Darren in to raid, and then do the story.